you're joining us at the Property Investor Show Spring Edition at London Excel, and I am joined by the wonderful Mr. Richard Blanco, who is London NRLA rep and also podcast host.
Yes.
Got that right, didn't I?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Richard, so lovely to see you as always.
Lovely
We're
to see you.
panels together.
Yes.
We're here at the Property Investor Show, and there's so much anti-landlord and anti-buy-to-let rhetoric in the media, but this show is so busy. I haven't seen it this busy for many years. It's so wonderful to see, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's actually quite uplifting, isn't it, Vanessa, to see quite a buzz, and I'm kind of wondering why, because there's quite a lot of negativity going on really around the market and what's happening with landlords, but there are clearly still a lot of people out there wanting to invest, wanting to learn, wanting to network, and that's very positive as well, I think.
Yeah, and we're on the NRLA stand, and Ben Beadle, the CEO of the NRLA, he recently had a seat at the Gove Round Table,
yes.
Which is very exciting.
Yes, we're pleased to be there, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's really good that government is clearly listening to industry stakeholders, aren't they?
I think we've been really good at kind of getting a seat at the table on the Renters Reform Bill. We've been talking about trying to make it better for student landlords.
Yeah.
We're really concerned that antisocial behaviour gets properly addressed. We would like to see the property portal replace landlord licensing. So there are some potentially key wins that we might be able to get, and Ben is really trying to push those messages, in all of these meetings with ministers.
Because there has been some criticism that the NRLA didn't fight hard enough to keep Section 21. What do you say to that?
Well, I felt a bit critical about that in the beginning, but I think the reality is that there's a political consensus now around abolishing Section 21. It's called no-fault eviction. We all know that we often do have a reason to evict, but the courts are so slow that we end up going down the Section 21 route. So I think there would be a danger of us looking like we're out on a limb and not in touch with the general public if we said we wanted to keep Section 21. I think the really important thing is to make sure that we keep some of those sensible provisions, like the 2 months notice if we want to sell the property or move in, and of course we've got the concession there that it can be a broader family member that's going to move in. Those are the sorts of things that we need to really cling on to as the bill, whenever it happens, goes through Parliament, because it's likely to get a bit of a mauling, I think. Everyone is going to want to chuck their 2 pennies worth in, and it's going to be really important that we protect those aspects.
No, I totally agree with you, and I think the good thing is as well that the NRLA has done, which you did touch on briefly, was that they've really beefed up some of the grounds of Section 8, particularly around the antisocial behaviour, which I think is hopefully giving landlords confidence, because landlords do need confidence that they can get possession of their properties if circumstances arise that dictate that should happen.
I absolutely agree, Vanessa, and the antisocial behaviour arrangements at the moment are a mess. People are not using the mandatory ground because you need to have a conviction. The discretionary ground is too vague and it's too onerous, and judges are reluctant to allow a possession.
You have to get witnesses.
It's too difficult. I mean, the government in their antisocial behaviour action plan have said that they want to water down that discretionary ground a bit, but the proof of the pudding will be in the eating, of course. They also want judges to abide by guidelines, because they think that judges are being a bit too wayward in the way that they're using that ground. But we're very worried that the court modernisation that is supposed to come with the abolition of Section 21 does not seem to be happening in any way, shape or form. And we're worried that once Section 21 goes, there's going to be huge demand on the courts, because Section 8 will be the only way, and that we're going to be looking at 12-month delays, and that's going to be unbearable and intolerable when it comes to antisocial behaviour.
Well, there's a lot in the media at the moment about how the court system is actually creaking as it is. So yes, I mean, it's all of great interest to landlords. Now, we've got a very exciting event coming up in October, and we're being very early birds here because there's an early bird offer that we want to let you know about. It's the Landlord Conference, following on from the very successful one in November last year. coming up in Birmingham.
Yes.
What can you tell us about it so far? You've already got some good speakers lined up.
Yes, 24th of October
Yeah.
In Birmingham.
Yeah.
You can get a discount if you get an early bird ticket before the 1st of May. And we will, of course, be looking at the impact of the Renters Reform Bill. Hopefully we will have a bill going through Parliament by then. We'll also be looking at what's going on with the market. Some very interesting things going on around interest rates, of course. We expect them to peak in May, hopefully. And by October we might be looking at rates starting to come down and see what the mortgage market's going to look like going forward. So it's going to be all the kind of topical stuff we would expect at an NRLA conference, and we hope it's going to be bigger and better than the last one, and we'd like to see as many landlords there as possible.
Absolutely. Well, I went last year and I can 100% recommend it. It was absolutely brilliant, and I think the timing is going to be great to discuss many of these issues that feel like they're kind of coming to a head now. So we've got lots of great speakers coming. You'll be there.
Yeah.
Ben will be there. I'll be there. So we want everybody to join us. We're going to put the early bird ticket link underneath this video. But Richard, thank you very much for joining me, and thank you for everything that you do in the landlord community in terms of supporting landlords. And you're a great source of information as well. So thank you very much for everything that you do. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Vanessa. Lovely to chat to you, and thank you for all you do too.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks.